My name is Glenn Salter. I'm the Director of Technical Support here at Handi Quilter. Today we're going to talk about machine timing for customers. Okay, so first of all, we need to make sure we have the correct needle system for our machine. The Handi Quilter machine uses the 134 needle system. That particular needle system has a round shank, not a flat shank needle like most consumer home machines use. So we need to have the right needle system with the right characteristics so that the machine will sew properly. So on a 134 needle system, it's also in the same family as a DPX5, a 135 X5, 135 by 7 or X7, a 797 or an SY1955. So all those needle systems are listed on the gross Beckert package because they're all in the same family and have the same characteristics. Also, we need to have the correct needle size to be successful. And we're going to use a size 100 to time the machine. We always use a 100 because it's kind of the middle, most commonly used needle size, and we're going to time the machine to that. This is called the butt of the needle. At the end, this is the shank. This is a shaft, like an arrow shaft. Down the front of the needle, we have a long groove that goes all the way down the front of the needle. Then we have our eye and our point. And then on the back of the needle, we have a little dip that's ground away, which is called the scarf. Okay, so we're going to talk about how the loop is formed, because loop formation is what we really are talking about when we're talking about timing. If we don't get a loop on our needle, we're not going to have any stitch. So as the needle enters the fabric, the long groove down the front of the needle is supposed to be deep enough so that the thread is protected in the front so that it won't be pinched, so we don't have friction at the front. But in the back of the needle, we have the fabric pinching so that when hopping foot, or my presser foot, in our case the hopping foot, as the needle goes all the way to the bottom, there's no loop. Then the needle raises a hair and the loop forms. Can you see the loop there? So now we have a loop. When the needle was all the way down, the hook was over here, but as the needle raised and formed the loop, now the hook goes through that loop. Because I have a round shank, we could rotate the needle incorrectly. So if I rotate it this way, as I'm at the front of the machine, that would be rotate my eye towards 7 o'clock, it advanced my timing. If I rotate my eye from the front of the machine to 5 o'clock, it retards my timing so that the hook goes through it later. If I put it in sideways, I miss the loop all the way. If I don't put my needle all the way up into the sight hole in the machine, now my hook can go over the loop and miss it. So it's very important that I put the needle in correctly and rotate it correctly so that my timing won't be changed simply because I put the needle in wrong. Okay, so that's the basic theory of timing. Is we have the timing consists of the hook going through the loop. So when the needle's all the way down, it raises, the loop forms, the hook goes through. So I time my hook so that as the loop is formed, the hook goes through. So that's called loop lift. This way, so that my hook is next to the needle, is called needle distance. And needle height is so that my hook won't go below or above or into the thread and actually cut my thread with my sharp point on my hook. So needle height, needle distance, loop lift. 3 main timing adjustments that we're going to go over. So that's a little bit of a theory of how the stitch is formed.